Hi there, Sagittarius. I'm Jennifer Angel. This is my report for you for the week of September the 11th. Now, before I get started, I'd love if you could go along to the playlist, and if you just click share, you can either take the link or you can just put it straight onto your social networks from there. And if you could do that every week, I'd love that, because I am trying to build my subscription base. So that would be great. Thank you. Okay, so this week, we do have Saturn is still in your sign right through to the end of this year, been there for a while. Okay, it's going to be moving out, and this week there is a very favorable aspect with Saturn and Venus. And in fact, there's two favorable aspects with Venus, and we love that because Venus is sitting in your ninth house, which is your soul purpose area of your chart. It also brings in things like justice and keeping things fair, honesty, publishing, and so there's a lot of different areas, but I like to think of this area as your soul purpose and walking in your truth. Okay, so with Venus there, it's about love and money, okay, and about connections with people. And it can certainly be around friendships as well, because there's a very nice aspect between Venus and Jupiter, which is your ruling planet, and still sitting in your 11th house, your area of friendships, and it's going to move out of here in 1 month's time. So we've got this lovely sextile, which is an opportunity that can come through people that you meet or socialize with at the moment. It can also bring in international travel, this ninth house too, or international business. And of course, you don't, or dealing with different cultures in some way. And of course, you don't have to actually get on a plane, train, or automobile to actually do travel, because, you can be doing it on the internet, sitting in your pajamas in the corner of your room. So, that's the fabulous world that we're living right now. And Venus, we do have, this trine with Venus and Saturn as well. So you put all this together. It does indicate that there's an opportunity coming through for you to realize one of your dreams, or maybe a few. And it can come through somebody you know and friendships. Now, there's a lot of activity going on in your career zone too. So there seems to be, just talking about still back where Venus is, if you're looking for love, then this area of the chart where Venus is, before we get onto the career, indicates to me, or I always think of it, is you can meet a soul love during this time, particularly as Saturn is about permanency. Okay, so watch for that. Right, back to the career. So we've got the Sun, Mercury, communication planet. Of course, the Sun is our strongest sort of energy influence, and Mars in this area. Mars is like the motivator, gets everything going. And right at the end of the week, we've got Mars and Mercury in a conjunction. So it's like a spark of energy, and it's a trigger to kick things off. So if you're waiting for some news around your work and career, then it can come through now or into the next week, 10 days. Okay, so there is one square this week. The only sort of spike in the wheel, so to speak, and that's excuse me, with the Sun and the Sun being in your career area and Saturn. Okay, so you want to keep your expectations realistic. Here's the thing. I always like to keep the expectation idealistic, and then by the time you do the inevitable sort of compromises that happen in life, then you get back to a realistic point of view. So you wanted think idealistic, but know where you can compromise. And then if you know where you're willing to compromise, because we all have that invisible line in the sand where we, where we will compromise too. And that way we don't get sort of any disappointments in life, or fewer disappointments in life. Okay, so the card I've selected for you this week is from the Sonia Coquette. The answer is simple oracle cards, and it's called Step Away from the Crowd. Okay, I love this for you because you're such an independent sign, and that says like look for the opportunities, and look for something that's a little bit different. Okay, don't keep doing the same old thing. What's that term, definition of insanity? Doing the same thing expecting a different result. Okay, so you want to do something different and then you'll get a different result. Okay, all right, love and luck to you. Thanks so much for watching. See you next week.